well, since you're both right and you both have different ideas, that can't be true. So what do you do to figure out who's right? Where do you go to get the answer to that question? Shout it out.
The internet.
The internet. Where on the internet?
Well, Google.
Google. You go to Google. You go to Google and you type in your question. And you get all these results back. And then the answer to that question will prove someone right and someone wrong. Well, have you ever thought, when I type something into Google, why do I see what I see? Have you ever thought that? No, no one's ever thought that? Not one person has wondered why they see what they see on Google.
It's magic.
It is magical. I'm going to share with you today, when you type in a search word, when you type something in, why Google shows you what they show you. Why do you think Google's so successful? Because they're good at showing you what you want when you want it. Now, Google's main goal as a company is you will perform one search and find what you're looking for. So now you do 2 searches, 3 searches, 4 searches, 1 search. Now, obviously, they haven't perfected that. I don't think anyone can, because we've all searched and didn't find what we want and did another search. But that's their end result, is they want you to do 1 search and find exactly what you're looking for. And they don't care what it takes to do it, that's what they want. Now let's look when we do a search on Google. I want someone to shout out the last thing they look for. Just shout out, what was it? Not all at once.
Toastmasters meeting.
Toastmasters meeting, concert tickets. When you type in, we'll say concert tickets. You want to buy concert tickets. What happens? You type it in, and it's going to say 1 of 10 gazillion results. First, there are 2 types of results that you see on Google. There's what's called paid, and there's free. The paid ones are just that. That means that an advertiser is paying to be there. And for those of you who are not familiar with that, when you do a search, it'll normally be on the right-hand side. Everyone can visualize Google in front of them. On the right-hand side, it's going to say sponsored results. Paid, sponsored. All that means is that that advertiser is paying every time you click on that ad and you go to that website. So you may type in concert tickets, you see an ad for Ticketmaster. Does not cost Ticketmaster anything at that point. You click. You go to Ticketmaster. Upon clicking,